Welcome back, everybody, to more from the SAbleyes. I'm here today with Blake. How are we doing, mate?
I'm doing good, thanks, mate.
See how I mixed it up there? I said mate instead of Blake. I'm keeping it.
I was expecting it.
I'm keeping it fresh.
Instinctively said mate in response. Went into full retail mode.
Didn't we just? Anyway, Blake, you're going to be playing Honchcrow Mismagius, Honchcrow Lock deck again today. Hopefully,
Definitely gonna work.
Hopefully this time it works, and I'm going to be playing a Giratina Garchomp Malamar, so we'll see how that goes. Heads or tails?
Heads as always, thank you.
It is a head.
Oh, I've got a good feeling I'm going to start this one. And we're going to keep the dream alive.
I've got a feeling we're going to start.
I've already won something. Yep.
Oh, sweet, cool. That's a good start.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
Let's have a... Oh my god, now there are two of them.
Why'd you start a Jirachi? I'd be upset if you started a Jirachi.
Wah-wah!
Ah. Well, there's no point reset stamping you this time, so...
That's alright.
That's fine.
It's gonna be fine.
I'll attach.
Sure thing.
Alright, so... Mysterious Treasure... And I'll get rid of a Chip.
Chip Ice Axe, for those of you who are playing along at home
Chipper.
who don't know what that card does. It looks at the top three cards of my deck, and he gets to pick which one goes there, so since he's trying to lock me out of playing the game, he can put a terrible card there and just ends it all.
Mitch, please, everyone has definitely watched the deck profile for this one, so there's no need to explain these cards to them. They're all self-explanatory.
Of course. I shouldn't need to say anything, should I?
No, not at all.
Not at all.
Looks like we've prized a few Mismagius, for a few Mischievous and Mismagius potentially here. So it looks like we might have to weave in a Brock's Grit this turn to try and get away those prize cards.
Get a big hand going here.
Just hand them over. Will Duskstone while
Sure
we're
thing.
in. And then we're going to be able to draw a big 6. Practically a pretty good Lily.
That seems fine. It's not
Yep.
horrible.
It's not the worst thing that's ever happened.
Well, hey, when you can combine that with a hiker... I don't know why I said that. I'm just excited to see you play hiker.
Yeah. He's a fun
fun
guy.
card.
I wish I still had all of my hiker sleeves because they were ridiculous. I'm gonna pop this message.
Alright, no worries. I will take a prize card.
6, 7. We've definitely got an interesting next turn lined up, because I think that does it. Just about does it for this turn. However, I do get the Brock's Grit, which gives us a Mismagius line back into the deck.
That seems fair.
Which means it shouldn't matter that we've prized a Mischievous Mismagius line this game. So that's good to know.
Good to know indeed. Is that going to wrap you up over there?
Let's do a quick browse of the old hand, and yep, that'll do me.
No worries. Well, I'll draw for turn. I've actually got a really solid hand here, so I'm going to Mysterious Treasure away a Psychic Energy, obviously trying to get as many Psychic into the bin as possible. Knowing what you are playing, I reckon it's gonna need to get my Giratina into full swing very quickly.
Yeah,
lest
for sure.
I create some problems. We're going to Viridian City away that Giratina, just to help me search for another energy. I've got a Psychic here.
Yep.
Then we're going to Distortion Door, and I will put the damage on the Ditto and the Vulpix, because I suspect that the Misdreavus is probably going to be discarded anyway.
Yep, that makes sense to me.
And then we're going to Stellar Wish. A supporter here would be excellent. Oh, and a supporter I am given. Excellent.
I was gonna say a Lily would be excellent.
That would be the best card I could possibly have gotten off of that Jirachi.
The creme of the crop.
The cream of the crop indeed. I'm going to put another Jirachi down just to thin the hand out, and then I'm going to Lily for 5. 4, 5. What I really am looking for here is I want to make sure that I get as many of my in-case set up as possible. That's very important in this particular matchup because, like we said before, I'm going to find that my hand disappears pretty quickly, so I need to make the most of the situation that I have. And I'm going to Mysterious Treasure. Get rid of... Oh, I think I might actually get rid of this fighting energy. I don't think I'm going to realistically need any fighting Pokemon this time around. Obviously, it means that I am going to have to find the last fighting energy in deck in order to attack with the Garchomp Giratina, but that's okay. I've got my 3 Inkay down, and I think that's going to be the most important thing. The question now comes to whether or not I use the switch that I have in my hand to move myself into another Jirachi to potentially find some more stuff for next turn. I want to make sure that I don't get completely wrecked by this lock, but...
I feel like if you're trying to secure stuff for next turn, that's not really the smartest. I feel like holding on to as many of your resources as possible is probably better.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, I could switch into the Jirachi to try and prepare myself, but ultimately, if you manage to get me down to a low amount of prizes in the next turn, then that's your prerogative. I'm just going to pass the turn here, and we'll see if this Jirachi is awake, and it is.
Alright. I'll put down a Mischievous. I'll evolve into Honchcrow, and I'll also evolve into Alolan Ninetales GX and use Mysterious. That's also mysterious. It's also very mysterious.
All very mysterious.
All mysterious.
Mysterious message, mysterious guidance, ruler of the night. Not quite as mysterious, but still pretty mysterious.
Alright. Yeah, I think we've got all of these, so those should be fine. Yeah, we do. So, we'll go ahead and we'll grab 2 Dust Stones.
Sure thing.
And we're going to play both of those.
Now I'm starting to get a bit worried. The
just
lock actually might happen here.
I've got to consider what I'm looking at here. So I think I'll just leave it at that for now. I've got another Alolan Ninetales GX that I can possibly evolve into, but I want to leave myself the option of just manually evolving into a Mismagius if I draw into it, or just not using the Ditto at all for Alolan Ninetales if I don't need to. But I'll put one of these and draw 5, holding 2.
Sure thing.
2.
Jeez, this hand looks pretty good. Like, it would be a shame if someone stamped it and then unfair GX'd it.
I got myself the counter gain.
Oh, beautiful. So we're gearing up here. This could be it.
We are gearing up. Got... that's what I'll do. I'll use Viridian to get rid of an Elm.
Sure.
I was like, that Elm really is doing nothing for me, so they're finding a way to get rid of it. And I was like, the Viridian's on the other side of the field, so that's perfect. Secure myself an attachment as well. Thin down that hand size. I don't want to come away my Ninetales just yet before I need
before
to
you
know
absolutely need to.
it. Yeah, so I'll Mysterious Message again.
Sure.
And I'll take 3, holding 4.
Mm-hmm.
5, 6, 7. Alrighty. What are we missing from mode? Okay. So you're on 3 prizes. So I think now all I need to do is get into my last Mismagius.
Yes.
And unfair you, and reset stand. So I will evolve into this Alolan Ninetales GX.
Sure thing.
And I'll grab myself the last Dust Stone for the last Mismagius, and then what
other card? Well, it could even be the reset stamp if you weren't holding it.
I think I'll grab a treasure, because I think the go here is to get rid of this com. I'm out of Pokemon to find.
Yep.
And I'll get the reset hole Marshadow to deny you your discard and Viridian Forest.
That's fair. So you're going to use that one now?
Just a second. I just want to make sure, because I've got to pop that mysterious message and all of that.
Oh, yes, of course, of course.
Alright. Can't play any of those first. So yeah, I will reset home.
Yep, getting rid of the Viridian.
And I'll also pop mysterious message for the last time.
Sure thing.
Just to draw 2.
Now we are in the danger zone.
Alright, now we have Stamp.
Yep. There it comes. He's gonna do it. Look at this.
Yep, but the thing I'm worried about here, and what might lead me to actually do something silly, is I might actually neglect to unfair here in favor of killing one of your Jirachis, because I feel like I need to get rid of both of these to deny you a way to draw a supporter, because if I just unfair here, then there's a really good chance you can just Stellar Wish and then find a supporter to draw out of the lock that I worked so hard to set up.
Yeah, no, that's fair enough. I was actually thinking the same thing as well, because obviously if I didn't have the Jirachis in play, then this would be perfect unfair time. You just get rid of them, but that Jirachi's going to let me out.
Alright, I'll let off a Chip Chip Ice Axe. Alright, I'll let you keep the Giratina.
Alright.
And the other ones will go on top.
Do they get shuffled in? Or?
They get shuffled in, sorry.
Yep. I was just worried that we were doing the we were doing the wrong thing.
Yeah, no, that's right.
Alright, there we go.
Alright, and then I will Mars, so just chuck whatever card you feel like. Yep.
Which
there we
one?
go.
This one
Let's
here?
go that one. Yep, top one. Let's go. Alright, it's a Psychic.
It's actually really important, that card.
Right, now I draw 2.
I just had a 50-50 chance of being completely screwed.
And now that you've only got the one card left in hand, I feel comfortable to just Feather Storm for the knockout.
Sure thing, so that gets knocked out, and the Jirachi on the bench moves into the active. What could I possibly draw? It was a Giratina.
Ooh.
The other card was a Lily, so whew, that was close.
Alright.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Not all is lost. I've got a Malamar. I've got a spell tag here as well, which I'll get rid of. And we will Stellar Wish. 3, 4, 5. Okay, what could I potentially do? What I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the skateboard. Can I play tools? Sorry, no, I can't. Can I?
You cannot. No.
Because of the Giratina.
Yeah. So the spell tag can't come down either. Sorry, I should have been paying more attention to that.
That's alright.
But yeah.
Well, in that case, I'm probably taking a Pokemon Communications.
Yeah, I suppose that's the good thing for me here is that although I'm pretty sure you're getting a Dedenne here, now all of your tools are dead cards rather than being rather problematic cards.
Yes, they are completely useless to me, but we'll wait and see what I can come up with here. I would love to say that I'm getting a Dedenne, but that's probably not going to happen. This Pokemon Communication is instead just going to get me a Malamar.
Yeah, that's fine too. I suppose the good thing for me here is that unless you drew the switch, then the Jirachi has to stay in the active.
So I will double Psychic Recharge, and then yes, I did draw the switch, so I will switch into Giratina.
Yep.
And I will Shadow Impact for 130, and I'll place the 40 damage counters on the Giratina because I think it actually makes a massive difference. You're going to hit me for 180 damage anyway. So that's going to be that.
Alrighty.
And now I'm terrified.
Let's see. Alright. I will Mysterious Treasure, discarding a Viridian.
Sure.
I'll just consult the deck.
Consult the deck.
What do you have in store for me?
Consult the runes. What have I got?
Quite, yes.
Indubitably.
Yeah, I suppose it was the one thing that, as far as I got the lock off pretty much like I wanted to, but what I didn't get was I was hoping to get up like a backup Murkrow so that I could come back from this potential scenario.
Yeah.
But I'll play a Pokegear here.
Well, I guess on the positive side, I've already played one switch, and theoretically you are about to get the complete lock off. So that would be good, but obviously you do need to deal with this Giratina.
Yeah, I can't deal with a fully charged Giratina. I can't just ignore this fully charged Giratina. I have to kill it, and then I have to do an incomplete lock again, and pretty much just hope Jirachi doesn't get you into like a switch energy attachment. Because if not, I might have enough time to set up another Honchcrow and then power that up to be Feather Storming, so that one can take a hit from a Giratina. Once that Giratina goes down, I can then finish out the game.
Yeah,
but
and that's the key. You got to get past all of these first Giratinas.
We'll reset stamp.
Sure thing. There goes the Lily that I had in hand. I was kind of hoping that I'll be able to play that, but you know, whatever. It's not a big deal. And the ability of that Honchcrow is really going to stifle me here. I'm not going to be able to use those.
One of the switches is down.
Switches, yeah. There we go. Drawn 2.
Now chip Ice Axe.
Sure thing. Escape board, switch, and spell tag. 2 of those cards are useless.
Yep. I'll leave you with the spell tag.
Sure.
And then I'm going to play myself a Titanizer using the shuffle effect.
No worries.
Now that all my Mismagus are gone, I need to find myself this Murkrow naturally. The deck is quite thin, however, so should
be a-okay.
Should be possible to draw this Murkrow manually. 5 here. That's alright. Alright, so looks like with the Water Blade, the soft lock established, we will just Feather Storm.
Sure thing, I'll take the knockout. And I will promote the Jirachi, and I'll see what my top deck is. It was a spell tag. Unbelievable. Alright, well, we are going to put Giratina back on the bench. We're going to Distortion Door the Vulpix and one of the Ninetales. I'm going to play down Bench Barrier Mew, and then I'm going to play Cynthia. Because I'm looking for myself a Switch and an Energy. So off these 6 cards and then the 5 from Stellar Wish, I need an Energy and Switch.
You've been real effective at finding supporters off of the reset stamp too.
Yeah, I've got incredibly lucky. I'm terrified of what would have happened if that didn't. That wasn't in hand then. We'll see if it pays off though, because we've still got to find both of those cards. What, 5 and 6. We have an Energy. I also have a Mysterious Treasure. I'm going to get rid of an Escape Board because it's never going to come up.
Yep, you either kill this thing and win, or they never
or
get
I
played.
don't and I lose. So I'll grab myself a Malamar. Worst case scenario, I've got 3 Malamar set up. If you do manage to kill the Giratina that I've got here, I'll be able to just manually...
At this point, all you need is 3 in the discard and a manual attachment to actually win the game. If you don't Stellar Wish.
I think I've actually only got 2 in the disc. Oh no, I do have 3. Oh cool. I'm glad you pointed that out, Blake, because I thought I only had the 2.
Yeah.
Oh, cool, sweet. And we'll retreat and we'll just
no worries.
Should have actually checked there. That's okay. I actually had the Giratina Garchomp of the Dene prized in that one, but hey. But hey.
And they weren't unprized, which is funnier.
Yeah. Never got unprized. But hey, that lock is so frightening. I just got so lucky to stay alive in that game.
Yeah, unfortunately, against builds with the Jirachi, then they're much better equipped. Obviously, if Mitch was unfortunate enough as to not lead the Jirachi, then of course I could have gone for the turn 1 lock. But as it turns out, even if I wanted to, my prizes would have denied me from doing so. So that wasn't an option.
Well, let's see how we go here. Alright, well, I've got a basic. I'll put that one there.
No worries, I will go first this one.
Sure thing. Yeah, this one depends how you draw here, but I'm not feeling half as confident with this hand as I did when I started Jirachi in the last game. But you know, could be worse.
Got a mulligan on this one.
Alright, no worries. Little Daiso. Yes, but hey, if I was playing poker, I'd be winning.
Yeah, what, you got a pair? 2 pairs?
I've got a lot of supporters there. Look at that. Look at that.
Sure it's bad, everyone.
Very expensive, horrible hand. It's okay. It could be worse. They're all supporters, so it could be worse.
Yeah, exactly. Alright, cool.
You go on?
Yeah, we're working here.
Alright, no worries.
Hey, I'm working here.
I'm working here.
Alrighty.
I've also started Giratina, which means we're going to need to manually power it up, but that's okay.
It's fine.
It's fine.
We'll power through this together.
I'm not upset. I actually should play this Ditto down that I got off that mulligan draw.
Yep, no worries. We'll start with an Elms. Much
wow.
better. That was that card that we were talking about. Remember
Yep.
that one that we were talking about? It was like really cool.
Yeah, it was a really good one to start off with.
Let's do the count. So. Yeah, I think that's all of them accounted for, which is good. I think this time, because of the interesting interaction between Alolan Vulpix, like its ability.
Yeah.
So I can retreat it. Its ability is if I've got a Fairy type in play, then it has free retreat.
Right.
So by doing this, I can evolve the one on the bench and then give the one in the active free retreat.
Oh, smart thinking, Blake.
Thank you.
Smart thinking. And attractive too.
Alright. I'm going to Viridian here, and then I'm going to discard a Pokecom.
Sure.
Just get myself an energy attachment for the Ditto.
Yep.
But no Dust Stones in this hand, but I mean we can always make up for that next turn. So
yeah,
that's
exactly.
fine.
You've got it next turn. You should be okay. It's really frustrating because the energy that I've got in hand as well isn't even the one that I want to discard.
Yeah, so go for it.
Go for it. Alright, draw for turn. Oh, excellent. I'll discard that Giratina off at the top. That's fine. Get myself a Psychic Energy. And whilst I'm shuffling, like I'll attach this here, and I may as well play one of the myriad of Cynthias that I have in my opening hand.
Oh, okay, that seems fair.
Like I said,
Sure you don't want to grab out of the dinner and throw away all your draw supporters so that
not particularly.
Then get reset stamps.
Hey, the only reason I stayed in the last game was because I managed to somehow luck into some supporters off of the stamps to 2. I give myself as good a chance as possible.
Yeah, that's it. Let's
2,
draw into all of them
4,
now.
5, and 6. Oh no. Okay. Well, let's attach a spell tag.
Yep. What did we learn?
I learnt that you should probably have a better deck. It's your turn. That was bad.
Alright.
But hey, on the plus side, I'm going to take some prizes this turn, so...
Yep, that's true. I'm going to evolve this Ditto. I'm going to evolve this Mischievous. I'm going to play a Cherish Ball.
Sure. Good grief, Charlie Brown.
Cherish Ball will find me the Alolan Ninetales.
Yep.
And now things get interesting. So, I am going to be a little bit of a silly boy here. I'm actually going to grab a Dust Stone. I've got a Mysterious Treasure in my hand, but the only card left I really don't want to ditch, so I'm actually just going to grab a Pokey here to just ditch with the treasure, because reset stamps are just too valuable.
Yeah, fair enough.
I don't need anything else straight away. So.
And it's not necessarily the right time to be playing a reset stamp either.
No, certainly not. And I'm going with a Dust Stone straight away. So let's make this as well.
Look at this. The board is set up. The fairy Pokemon is down as well, so the Alolan Vulpix in the active has that free retreat.
Certainly does. And now we can pop ourselves a mysterious message and draw 6 cards. 6 brand new ones.
That would have been good last turn.
What was it?
Was it Jirachi?
Ah.
And I could have at least had something in the active when this Giratina gets knocked down.
Alright, cool. Can keep the ball rolling. We've got a Chomp to put back the Mismagius.
Oh dear.
Chomp puts back the Mismagius. Calm down. Your time will come.
It's just so excited.
And that time is now.
It's immediate.
It is immediate. Let's just check. I do have the second intel, so that's also good. Also got a second manual attachment here.
God.
I'm going to have my free retreat.
Now, so that you can evolve into your next Alolan Ninetales.
And then I can Cherish Ball for the next Alolan Ninetales.
Oh man, I almost feel like you should just have this turn. Like realistically at this point, I'm thinking I'm probably just gonna scoop up and go to Game 3. Like if I was in a tournament, because I mean, my only attack is about to get knocked out. Like there's no point me continuing to play. But I just want to see where this goes.
Yeah.
It's a shame that you've had such a good setup when I've had such a bad one.
Oh, actually, you know what? Those aren't the cards, because I have one Mischievous prized.
Huh?
That I did not see. I went and looked for the Mismagius first, but the Mischievous is prized. So, what we need to do would go and we'll grab ourselves a counter gain, and we'll guarantee an attack this turn. I like the idea of that. And then we might also grab ourselves a chip for later as well.
Sure thing.
Because right now I've still got a very low hand size, so even holding on to a couple cards while we do this is fine.
Well, yeah, because ultimately you're going to be able to draw some more cards with Mismagius here. It'll put me down to at least 3 prizes. So, there's the first pop.
2, 3, 4. Boy, almost none of those were playable. That's interesting. So what do I go with here? Discarded it. Discard. Just the one that I played. I drew into that one naturally, so I'll Viridian Forest away this, and then I'll just have a shuffle, so that way that it feels like I'm actually doing something worthwhile when I pop this next Mismagius, because it'll actually draw me a card.
Sure, that seems valuable.
Rather than just doing nothing.
It for nothing, yeah.
I'll give you a prize card so that I may draw 1 card.
So that you might draw another.
Yep. And then I was really hoping to draw into the Titanizer here. That's alright. I will reset stamp you.
Yep. Shuffle that hand that was getting progressively better with every prize I was taking back into the deck and draw 3. Alright, 1, 2, 3. Beautiful.
Alright. I'll chip Ice Axe and have a look at the top here.
We've got Catcher, Lily, and Catcher.
Oh no, that's real bad. Because these can all draw you cards after our unfair.
This is one of those bad hands for Chip Ice Axe.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna have to give you one of the custom catchers because clearly that's better than, you know, anything else.
3 cards is the least bad option.
Yep. I suppose that changes my mind now, because now what I will do is I just won't go for the unfair, but after I play this Titanizer, of course, because I haven't supported yet.
Yep.
I'll instead just go for the Featherstorm instead and put the pressure on you. I was happy to let it the Giratina go because it was going to need a lot of stuff from you, especially now that you can't get escape boards down. You would have needed to draw both switches to get the Giratina attacking that turn. So
yeah, it would have been almost impossible.
I was happy to let that one go, but now that it looks like you're going to be drawing away to draw your cards.
To be fair, the likelihood of me actually attacking this turn with Giratina is still exceptionally low, but you don't want to waste the unfair on a turn when you know I'm going to be able to draw at least something.
Yeah, exactly. So... I'll try and make up for something I did the last game, because I'll treasure away a treasure.
Sure.
I'll grab a Miss Magius, and then I'll comet back in to get myself a backup Murkrow.
Yep, just in case things go horribly awry.
Yep.
I almost go as far as to say that the 3 prizes here is probably a better position for you to be in. Even though obviously it's stamped to 0.
I can stack an attacker.
Yeah, exactly. You don't need to stress so hard about me knocking out your only Murkrow, because I mean, I'd feel relatively comfortable hitting into a Honchcrow twice, but to do it 4 times with very little cards is going to be kind of difficult. I mean, I'm not going to be able to do it with this board anyway.
Yeah. I'm going to Featherstorm.
Yep, no worries. So with the Dark Weakness, that's a knockout. Spell Tag will just go on to the active, I reckon. And I'll draw.
Take a prize.
We're going to chuck that Tina back out onto the bench.
Yep.
I'll put him on one of the Ninetales and the Murkrow, please.
Sure thing. It's me.
Alright. What am I going to do? What's the most efficient way to draw cards here? Probably just the Cynthia.
See, that I don't mind. At least you didn't play any cards down before you Cynthia, or just the distortion.
Yeah, exactly.
The best thing.
And I mean, I'm going to get myself up to a 6-card hand here. I might be able to potentially put a couple of energy on a Giratina, but it's unlikely that I'm going to be able to do anything more meaningful than that. And even if that does happen next turn, it's not like I'm taking a knockout on this anyway, so we will find out just how valuable this turn is in a second. Oh, okay, we've got stuff.
Yep.
We've got stuff. I'm going to attach an energy to Giratina. And then I am going to pass the turn.
Alrighty. I will draw the turn. I will bench the Murkrow that I unprized.
Yep,
which is
of course.
Annoying in its own right. You've got cards in hand now, so I'm gonna Titanizer and shuffle again.
Actually, I have 3 cards again, just because because of the nature of my last hand. So.
Yep.
I made sure that I kept.
Enough so that unfair would.
It doesn't completely ruin me.
Yep.
But I mean, you know, It's still going to ruin me anyway, but hey, it's fine.
Alright, these are cool fellas. I like them. Tell you what, I think this turn is very important for you, and also because I think it can be real awkward without access to a skateboard. I'm gonna chip Ice Axe and have a look at your top 3.
Sure, we've got Mew, Malamar, and Mysterious Treasure.
I think I will have to let you keep the Mew here.
That is fair.
And then I'm going to go for the unfair.
Sure, now you look at that hand and discard, don't you?
Yes, I do.
Alright, well I'll just put the 2 cards in there anyway, so you're going to put the Jirachi and the Lily in?
Yes.
Cool, no worries. Draw for turn, pass.
Get a Mew.
It's alright, I'm going to actually get rid of this and
Yeah.
with
Get an
Viridian
attachment.
to get an attachment. I will put it down onto the Giratina and I'll just leave this Ditto in the active. It's your turn.
No worries. I'll draw for turn. Oh, that's cool. I'll get a Dust Stone, and I'll that to evolve my benched Honchcrow.
Sure.
My Viridian away, Nita.
Sure.
Find myself my last Darkness energy. Gonna touch that one, and then I'll play Brock Skrit,
Sure.
and I'll get some. Just make this back in. But unfortunately, I'm not being able to get rid of this Viridian Forest due to the lack of access to my Marshadow, which is unfortunate. My own stadium is fighting against me here.
Yeah, it's going to be a little bit awkward, but I mean, hey, you're still going to have access to another attacker on the bench, and I'm not going to be able to knock you out this turn, even though I'm going to get an attack off. So it's not the end of the world.
Yep. And I will Featherstorm for them.
Sure thing. Well, that's a knocked out Ditto. I'll promote Giratina, and I will draw some cards with the Cynthia. We're away.
Oh my god, he actually just promoted the Absolute Madman.
Well, I mean, I was going to get an attack anyway, wasn't I?
Yeah,
Like, if that was a dead card, I would have just discarded it with Viridian, so... Because I think the most important thing here is I need to put pressure on, and now that the Cynthia's come down, I'm going to be able to put quite a lot of pressure on. Alright, look at this. We've got ourselves a bit of a game.
Just a little bit.
Just a smidge. I'm going to Viridian away the escape board because it's useless to me.
And why would you do that?
Because it's useless to me, as I just said.
Oh, yeah, that's alright. No, I'm with you now.
Oh yeah, right, yep.
I see.
I see. We'll attach that one there.
Mm-hmm.
Then I will play down the Inkay. Let's see, do I have any Psychic in here? I do. So I will Psychic Recharge onto Mew.
Yep.
And then I will Shadow Impact for 130 damage.
Yep. Alrighty, let's draw for turn. I will play a Gigia.
Sure.
No targets.
No targets.
So I will lose him in.
Sure.
Grab myself back a Titanizer. I'll just grab 2 Titanizers.
Sure thing.
And unfortunately, without access to another counter gain, I am left to just attack this one in the active. So I'll use Featherstorm for the knockout.
Sure thing. Alright. How much HP does Murkrow have?
70.
70, and it has 10 on already?
Yep.
Alright. So it comes to this. Espeon Deoxys.
Oh.
We will burn Switch with Viridian. Gonna grab a Psychic Energy.
Can he hit a
So I've got a pretty solid chance here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to Custom Catcher for 2. And neither of those will Malamar, so I'm going to Dedenne for 6. And there's a Malamar, hopefully.
Ooh,
There it is.
dang.
So, I just got incredibly lucky again. I'll Psychic Recharge onto Espeon Deoxys and pay the retreat cost.
Yep.
And then Cross Division for 100, put 40 on the active and 60 on the Murkrow and take 3 prizes.
Beautiful. Well done.
Mate. But hey, it literally comes down to that one turn where I draw a Cynthia. Any other card in the deck, effectively, I use it to get an energy, I attack, you knock me out, and that's the end of it.
I mean, it's unfortunate that the Marshadow was prized and that I needed to use that Viridian early, but I mean, that's just how the cookie crumbles.
Yeah, sometimes it just doesn't work the way that we want it to. But hey, that matchup was a lot better than the matchup that we had before our deck profile. This one, we actually got to see the lock happen.
Yep.
Obviously, I managed to get out of it twice, but
It wasn't even the full-on hard lock either, it was just the soft lock
Yeah,
that was
that soft
established
one.
this game.
exactly. But hey, thanks Blake for coming along and recording this one with me.
No worries.
And thanks everyone for watching. If you like the content, please consider subscribing by clicking the sable line that's in the middle of the screen. On the left hand side, we have some videos that YouTube thinks that you'll like, and on the right we have more of our Unified Minds Worlds Training Center playlist. Thanks very much everyone for coming along, and we'll see you all next time for more from the SAbleyes. Bye.
Bye.